We've had a variety of feedback from students involved in GloBase, but one of the main comments I've seen over and over was about the impact it had on the students' learning and overall perspective. We've been told it's one of the highlights of the MBA program, which is saying a lot because I feel like most of them are quite happy with their MBA program. But we've had a lot of students talk about the relationship they develop, not only with the other MBA students who they've been working with for that full semester, but also with that client and sometimes with that country. We've had students go back to the country and revisit their clients. We have students follow up even after the semester because they get so invested in this relationship and the impact and the difference, and they really do become involved. And so I've seen several students follow up even a year or so later to see how the company's doing and make sure that things are still working, and the models they provided were still good models.
The feedback that we see from our global immersions is pretty incredible, especially as an online program. The assumption might be that we don't provide these types of immersive learning opportunities, but that's exactly the opposite. When our students go on these, we ask them, would you recommend one of these global immersions to others? And typically it's a 10 out of 10 in terms of their satisfaction with those experiences and how they want to also go back and do them more than once, right, in their program of study. Students are always really impressed with the way that our faculty are connected globally and are able to get them in the door in places where they just wouldn't have access to as also the average traveler if they were to go abroad. One of the things too that they've said is that they wish they would have done them sooner on in the program of study as well, typically because it's an elective and because there is limited capacity. Students have waited until the end of their program of study. And we have many students too that I think would maybe prefer an in-person MBA program because of the in-person opportunities, but aren't just able to do that because of life. They can't pick up their life and move somewhere to go to school. So these type of experiences are really attractive to those students that want to be able to have that in-person learning, but aren't able to do that by quitting their job and moving to Bloomington, Indiana, for example.
We view the program as a success if we have implementable solutions that the clients are happy with. And we find overall our clients are very happy. As I said, they have started implementing solutions right away, sometimes while we were in country, occasionally before we even get into country when they're still in the brainstorming part. But we found some of the changes that have been made over the years have had a huge impact on the business.